All right, so you grew up between Tulsa and Oklahoma City. What was
That's
life
right.
like in those neighborhoods for you as a kid?
Honestly, it was cool. It was cool. It's just like any other black community. But in Oklahoma City, when I stayed off of Southeast 15th and Phillips, it's called the Ambassador Courts Apartments, which is home to the Southeast Village Crips.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's their home, that's their turf. You know them my partners too. Like I love them, dude. Like I love them. I love all of them. They're my people. You know what I'm saying? They looked out for me. They looked out for my family. They let us do some shit in their hood that they normally wouldn't let a lot of other people do. You know what I'm saying? We got a chance to get down through there. You know, they looked out for us. I ain't got no negativity or nothing bad to say about it. You know what I'm saying? It was a great learning experience.
Who or what shaped you as a youth? You know what I'm saying? Who or what shaped you growing up?
My mom and daddy, my big brother, rest in peace, Terry Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Then I got my big homies Kane and Nino from Nutty Block. You know, they looked out for me. Sand Dog and Insane from SEV. KK from SEV, Fat Cat from SEV, Saint Eyes, Quick, uh, Big E, uh, shit, Doug, D Hop, all of them, man, all the SEVs, them had something to do with me. A lot of it, as far as that part of my life. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of SEVs, and then I lived in A Street Apartments. We call it the A Bar, the original A Bar. They got a East Side A Bar and they got a South Side A Bar. The South Side is the branch off of the East Side A Bar. The East Side A Bar came first.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Honestly, the little dude that started the South Side A Bar is an original East Side A Bar member. Now, something went on with them and some other shit going on. I don't know nothing about that. All that I can't speak on it because I don't know, but I do know that he was his origins first started off on the eight on the ES.
Did you ever feel like you had to grow up faster than your peers?
We was all kind of like on the same track. You feel me? Like 'cause we all had this. We was in the same hood, so all of us had different. We had different shit going on in our houses. So according to the way your house was going to be determining the speed of how fast you was growing up or not growing up.
All right, so
So
you grew up, my bad, but you grew up going to both schools or both, you know what I'm saying, growing up in both cities.
hmm
For the people that don't know you, you know what I'm saying, tell us a little bit about who you are, you know what I mean, and where are you from?
I'm a Tulsa baby. Now I was born at St. John Medical Center. I went to Anderson and William Penn, and I went to I forgot the name of that Remington Elementary out west.
Mhm.
Uh, I went to Greeley because I stayed in Turley. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of my stuff before I moved to Oklahoma City, it was Turley and Seminole Hills, and then when I came back, it was Comanche, Comanche all throughout the rest of the way, Comanche Park.
Okay,
But
so I know
I gotta say, Comanche been in my life my whole life. If I wasn't living out there, I had some cousins or cousins, friends of the family. Somebody was always out there where I had access to get out there. So
yeah. Tell us a
I
little bit
remember
about, you know what I'm saying, like
when I
for a
was
few.
little. Say it again.
Now go ahead.
I remember when I was little, man. Going to Comanche was a big deal to me. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause my mom, I got a little cousin, a little J Dog, aka Jerry Record from Red Mob. That's just my cousin. They all stayed out there. And, my cousin Marquito, rest in peace. They stayed out there. My cousin Freddie Moore, they stayed out there. You know what I'm saying? So my cousin LaRue, yeah, I know a lot of people know LaRue. Y'all know LaRue, the Black Panther LaRue. That's my cousin. Him and Young
Yeah.
Prez and all that. You know, Young Prez is my cousin too. So like, that was always access for me to go to Comanche, and I was always happy and ready to go to Comanche. It was cracking out there.
All right, so you went to Douglas, Capitol Hill, and McLean. How did those
Yep.
schools influence you, you know what I'm saying, your life both positively and negatively?
Um, I don't really got nothing positive to say about no Oklahoma school system. Period. But I did meet some influential people that was there. Not the whole system was good, but like people like Mr. Francisco at Mr. Francisco at Douglas. He was a he was the type of teacher that could talk to me and could deal with me and shit like that. But he was the music teacher,
Mm-hmm.
so he had a lot to do with my love for music because he seen that I was, I was rapping and stuff at that time. Where you know how you do it, and in the 8th or 9th grade and shit like that. You just freestyling, rapping, having fun with the homies, and somebody see you and they tell you what you may be destined to be. He put me in a direction as far as taking the music serious. At Capitol Hill, I had Coach Backus, and Coach Backus went to he went to Langston with my pops. So when he seen my name and shit, and he looked at and seen who I was, he pulled me to the side, and it became more not a teacher student thing, but more like an uncle nephew thing. I just happened to be working at your school, you know what I'm saying? But it turned into that, and he had a big influence on me at Capitol Hill. And then McLean is McLean, bro. You know what it is.
Yeah.
McLean is McLean. It's gonna always have been McLean. It's always gonna be McLean. It ain't nothing gonna change about that. They tried to change the name and everything. You see, it end up going back to the original shit. So, but
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they couldn't.
I play Capitol Hill. Also, I got to give a shout out to Coach Tooley at Capitol Hill. He was the basketball coach, man, and he was a no nonsense dude. But when you hear him talking, you swear up and down. You swear up and down. It's a black dude talking, and you walk off in there, and it's this little bitty short white dude off of there giving us the business. But Coach Tooley was the shit, man. It's a lot of shit that I wouldn't say on camera. I would tell you like personally.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if he's still working or not, and I wouldn't want us to put certain shit out there because it might, ain't nobody trying to get nobody fucked off or nothing like that. But I'll tell you like this, Coach Tooley, he cared. I know that he cared a lot about me. I tell you like that because he did a lot of shit that most teachers would not do.
All right, so I'm saying back it up. Were there moments in school that really defined you or set who you were as a person or set you on a certain path?
At Capitol Hill, nah. This is Jefferson. I went to Jefferson Middle School in Oklahoma City too. When I went to Jefferson, what made me know that I wasn't let me know from the jump that I knew I wasn't gonna finish school is because I was in science class one day. When I was in the back class, I was in the back of the class. I was talking. All the teachers were talking. You know how we are. I'm back there just talking and clowning and shit. And he called me out and was like, I don't believe that you know anything about what's going on in my classroom because you always talking and running your mouth. I was like, man, all this what you're talking about, I already know it. I learned this in Tulsa before I even got here. So like I already know this. That's why I'm back here talking. So I already know the subject.
Mm-hmm.
And he's called me to the front of the thing and put a question up there and tried to like embarrass me and tell me to come up from the class and answer. So I went up there. Not only did I answer the question, but I showed how he got the knowledge to get the understanding of the question. And then I just dropped it. And then I just dropped the eraser back on his desk. He kicked me out the class. That let me know right then and there that I wasn't going. I knew then that I was done with school. I was done with school then. And I was in the 8th grade. But I was done with school then. But I went ahead and tried and thugged it out to the 11th grade. But I was done in the 8th grade. I was done. After that shit right there, I was like, I see right now. And then the same shit happened to me at Douglas, but it was in a different subject. It happened to me at Douglas in the English and language department. And then it happened to me again at Capitol Hill in the world history class. You know what I'm saying?
What were some of the biggest challenges?
The teachers was telling me I didn't know what I was talking about, and then when I showed them, I knew what I was talking about, and I knew what they was talking about. I guess the way I acted when I showed them what I knew what I was doing, they kicked me out the classroom. Like I was getting tired of getting kicked out of the class for knowing what I'm supposed to know. So I was just, in 11th grade, I was just like, "Fucking man, I quit." I tried to go to Job Corps. Same shit happened to Job Corps.
Yeah, I went to Job Corps. I thought Job Corps was gonna be a difference, but when I got there, that was like a little baby juvenile. You know what I mean?
Man,
like
I'm telling you.
expand dorm.
Which one did you go to? You went to the one on Lewis?
Yep.
See, I went to Guthrie Job Corps. And
Somebody,
that job calling Guthrie, boy, that motherfucker was fun. I was salty when they kicked me out. I was salty as fuck. Like, man. Cause it
I
was
was
like,
before they put that fence around the building at the job
yeah, I
called.
remember.
I was, you know what I'm saying, and I met a lot of homies there. You know what I'm saying, but like I said, it was like a little juvenile 6-man dorm, and my dorm wasn't nothing but homies from my organization.
Wow, okay.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
got
And
lucky.
like,
Well, I guess where Guthrie is placed geologically,
right, right,
we got a lot of people from Texas and Louisiana, Arkansas, Kansas. It was, but you can say it was dominant Texas. It was a lot. I met a lot of people from Texas and in Job Corps. Now, Job Corps taught me how to be a grown man. I'll tell you that. Job Corps taught me how to be a grown man. Wash your own clothes, wake yourself up, make sure you in the classes on time, make sure you ain't missing nothing, all that. Like, all the responsibilities that, what I'm saying, but I had put on moms and pops and now on me. It taught me
yeah,
how to manage my money. It taught me how to manage my money. It just taught me a lot of basic shit to being a man. I learned a lot of that in Job Corps. I was the youngest dude at Job Corps at the time when I was there. It was me and this other girl named Damika. We was the only ones on that campus that was 16.
and I ain't saying Job Corps is bad, but when I was there, the one I went to, I'm not gonna act like they taught me anything. You know what I'm saying? That's when they was building tops and bottoms of Springdale Shopping Center. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
And it's early because I was there at 04, 05.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's been a good 20 years ago. But
Yeah. I was there in 96.
yeah, you was there before me, yeah. But we was getting into it with the Oklahoma City Cats, the Kansas City Cats. You had the Crip versus Blood shit going on. The Hoovers versus, you know what I'm saying? You had all that going on. And like I said, to me, it was like a juvenile center. They built that fence up around us. You know what I'm saying? You had
So when you stayed on campus, you wasn't a JC2, you was on campus.
y'all was on campus.
Oh,
My whole
okay.
6-man dorm went up with me and homies from Hoover.
That's crazy.
That's how I met homies. You know what I'm saying? I'm 18.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Free my guy Murder, free my guy Spanky. But
Hey, Teflon,
yeah, Lil Hand, yeah, cuz got light back
man,
up.
that's my little man. Look, on God in heaven, that's my little guy, brother.
Yeah,
I,
he,
I,
he, he,
I, I, had
he
a,
back
I had a
in there.
lot to do with I had a lot to do with raising him. The hotel that he got arrested at with this case that he got now, he was out there with me where I was at.
Yeah, that's my guy. That's what I'm saying. And listen, this ain't even
I
about
was
no free ball. You know what I'm saying?
I was
But
going over I was going to his room to record some shit. The night he went to jail. Like I said, we was in the same hotel room. I'm the one turned him on. I turned him on to the hotel room where we was at and everything.
hmm yeah, that's what me and bro go all the way back. You know what I'm saying? The job court, at that one. I'm talking about we was getting into it with cats. That's my dude. You know what I'm saying? But free bro. You know what I'm saying? Free all the
Yeah,
guys. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to all the
yeah,
guys from every organization too. But
yeah.
let me get back into how did your environment, you know what I'm saying, influence your music, your mindset, or the way you saw the world?
Uh, well, I come out of two-parent home. You know what I'm saying? But that was it was the '80s and the '90s, so crack was in the picture. Sam moms and pops and they was on that shit. But I ain't gonna say they wasn't good parents. They was good parents. They wasn't a good couple.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if it was fighting going on in there and it's just average ghetto shit, man. Like moms and pops fighting and then moms and pops might have had a fight this week and next week she pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just a crazy shit like that. And then moms went to the penitentiary. She went to the penitentiary when I was like in the 5th grade. She got out when I was in the 7th. You know what I'm saying? And that during that period of time, that's when um that's when the gang life started kind of like getting this becoming interesting to me. My mom's wasn't there and pops was always at work. You know what I'm saying? So I would be like walking the band fields, in Seminole, walking through Seminole, going to band fields, and I would just see all the OG gang members. Like I, I, I used to see motherfuckers like Mickey and Man, uh, oh man, I'm trying to just remember everybody. Tiki and Fufu, um, Saki and all of them. Like it was. I was around all the OG Hoovers, the niggas that's OG Hoovers now. That's our OGs. That as far as on the Hoover side and the OGs on the neighborhood side and the OGs on the blood side. Well, before I jumped in the game and shit, I was watching them and I was seeing them run through Seminole, man. And back 89, 90, I could say from 89 to 90, at least to 94, because I was there from 89 to 94 in Seminole. So like seeing all of that, and then mom's being gone, and I'm running around with certain people, and I started paying attention to shit that I wasn't paying attention to when mama was home.
Yeah.
But mom's the disciplinary. So when mom's left, it's like Pops didn't let us get away with shit, but he wasn't on us like how mama was. You get what I'm saying? So with me having the little freedom that I was having, I was able to go walk up to Lincoln Park and I was able to go walk to BC. I would, depending on what time of the day it was or what day it was, you know what I'm saying, would depend on who I interacted with. I could have been around some Hoovers all day one day, and the next day I'm around a whole bunch of neighborhoods, and the next day I'm with all the Bloods, and then the next day I'm just with the niggas that selling dope and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, but I was in all the ghetto shit. You feel me? Like all the hood shit, I was in it. I was in it, or I was around it, or so I was sitting there looking at it like it was crazy. I done seen so much shit. But my it's just like everybody else, man. I was in some shit that I want to say, but I don't know if it's appropriate to say on the camera or not. You feel me? Like I don't. It's some shit I want to say, but I don't know if I should.
We ain't incriminating nobody, you know what I mean, and we ain't bashing nobody community as far as, you know what I mean, we good.
Yeah, well, I used to see people stealing cars and niggas selling dope sacks and shit. And I even had a little run in where I tried to do some little burglaries and shit and tried to do some little jacking and shit. And that's when I found out that breaking in houses and stealing shit wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? I was always too fucking nervous. You know what I'm saying? I just knew we go in the band fields to go stealing. And I just knew that the people knew I was stealing. Like I felt like they knew it. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't really get into that. But when I got that first dope sack in my hand, I made that first $50 swerve. That's when life started changing for me. I was about like 14, maybe. Yeah, I was 14. We left Tulsa when I was 14. So yeah, I was 14. My last year at Tulsa, I started selling dope.
And you've been doing music since you was 9, right?
Yep.
So what got you started with the music?
Just imitating seeing the people on TV. I wanted to be on TV. And I knew the way I could get there was either being a comedian. I was gonna be a comedian or a rapper or a producer or something. I was gonna have something to do with entertainment. I always knew I was gonna be doing something with entertainment. I knew that. It was just music was normal. It was like taking this next breath of air. It was just like that to me. You know what I'm saying? Like my pops was a DJ when he was in Langston. He was a DJ. He was the DJ and he was the mascot. You know what I'm saying? So like there's always a bunch of fucking music in my house. Bunch of crates on top of crates on top of crates with records and shit. You know what I'm saying? I could have my choice of whatever kind of genre of music or whatever. It was all there. Country music, rhythm and blues, all that, everything, all the music that you could think of was in my house.
What was your first memory of performing or creating music?
They had a song called "Crack Kill Applejack" when I was young, and I rapped that whole song in front of like my aunties and cousins and stuff in the front yard. We was in the front yard. My cousins them lived down the street from there's at Berry Park over there off of 54th over there by William Penn.
By Monroe, yeah.
By Monroe and shit, yeah. It was at Berry Park. Well, down the street from Berry Park. Yeah, my auntie stayed over there for a long time. As a matter of fact, they still own that house over there. So Yeah,
Did
but
you have anyone?
that's my first memory of performing, and then, but like, my first time professionally ever stepping on the stage
Mm-hmm.
and doing some music, I was 17 or 18, 17 or 18. I was with a group called Lost Souls, which is Eno's big cousin Sable.
Mm-hmm.
They put me down. They put me on as far as with the music because I used to be out there in Comanche freestyling, and at the time Sable was pregnant. So her and this girl named Sonya, they used to like walk past me every day. And I'd be standing on my mom's porch, I'd be outside rapping. But when they walked past, I would stop rapping. You know, so I'd just be looking at them because they used to always look at me like I was crazy. So I was just looking back at them. And so uh, I'm in Comanche. You know, Comanche ain't nothing but Hoovers and Bloods. There was
Mm-hmm.
no neighborhoods in Comanche until I came. You know what I'm saying? There
Yeah,
probably
rest in
had
peace.
been some out. There probably had been some out there that was that. There's probably been a couple of people that lived
I'm
out
about
there
to
that
say,
was in the neighborhood or something
you
like
know, you
that.
know,
But
you know, Big Head Squeaky, don't you? Rest in peace.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's where
yeah.
he was. Him and his mom and them was out there.
Mhm.
That's one of my guys. Rest in peace.
So like when I got out there, um, I knew I knew the important people, but I didn't know a lot of the others. You know what I'm saying? So when I got out there, my mom and them was out there first. My mama got out there first, and my mom and daddy had separated and shit, and my mama took the younger kids, and I stayed with pops. So that's how I ended up staying in the city like that. But uh, mom's got to Comanche when she got out of treatment. She went to Comanche and got her apartment and shit. And about like a year later, I popped up. So when I came out there, of course I was getting the dirty looks and getting the weird treatment and shit because I'm out there, I'm tar heeled up. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like that's all I'm knowing. I'm like I'm go tar heel. Whatever everything I put on gonna be what it is. I don't care where I'm at because I had just came from, like I said, I just came back from Oklahoma City, and up there ain't no pump faking the game. You feel me? Like if you banging, you banging. If you not, you not. You know what I'm saying? But they not gonna let you be no bitch. You can't be like no bitch nigga, like saying you gang bang and then you get pressed. The issue get pressed on you, and you can't pump fake the game up there. So
Yeah.
I'm not pump faking the game mentality when I came back. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people that used to like bully me and chase me home and jump on me and all that shit. Before I left Tulsa, when I came back, it was like a whole totally different story. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you gonna have to fight me. Nah, you gonna have to shoot me. Nah, you have to bring because I'm gonna bring it to you. I already know how you gonna be because we didn't have these issues before. But back then, I didn't have the nuts I got now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So a lot of the shit that I was going through was like motherfuckers not believing I was getting down how I was getting down because of how I was when I left. You know what I'm saying? Oklahoma City changed me. It did. It did. You know what I'm saying? But they also they allowed me to grow into who I was. They didn't like try to push me to be a certain way. They let me pick who I wanted to be. They let me pick what position I wanted to play. They let me pick all of that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of other people didn't, and I was noticing that a lot of people didn't get an opportunity to pick where they wanted to be at in the game. They just like this is who you run with. They would throw you with a certain clique of niggas and be like, this is who you running with, and you listen to them and you do what they say. And if you get out of line and you go on the court and all that bullshit, you know what I'm saying? I didn't go through that. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was because of the fact that I was raised with a mama and a daddy in the house at that time. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm special. None. It's just I had a different mentality than everybody else. I was like, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna do this and do that. But I know I gotta be in the house by a certain time. So if we ain't doing it by this time, y'all know I'm not gonna be there because I'm going home. I don't care about what none of y'all talking about. Y'all don't live with my mom and daddy. I do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna break their rules to do what I want to do, but I'm gonna do what I want to do and still keep it like I'm not disrespecting my parents. You know what I'm saying? Because
Did
I
you
had some no
ever?
nonsense parents. My parents were no nonsense, bro. A lot of people don't even understand how I got down at that time because of the way my mom and daddy was with me. You know what I'm saying? They was on me. So
Did you ever have anyone mentoring you or guiding you early on? You know what I mean, or was it all just self taught?
I had a lot. I had a lot of them, bro. I had a lot of people that was just giving me the game of life. You feel me? But like I said, everybody that dealt with me, they was all kind of like you. They was all, I always heard this. You already know what you need to know. You just ain't been through it yet. You need to go through it so you can know how to really, really apply what you know. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Until you go through it, you really don't know it like you think you know it. And that was true. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize that the way I was being raised up in my house was preparing me to survive out here in the streets. You feel me?
I know you.
Huh?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I didn't realize that that's what I was getting. I didn't know that I didn't know I was getting street knowledge from my mom and daddy. I didn't, and until I got like I said, until I got to my 16, 17, then when I realized, yeah, my mom and them are street people. They hustlers. You know what I'm saying? Like pops always sold weed, but I didn't know he was selling that much weed, and or he was selling crack and coke, but I didn't know he was selling that much. You know what I'm saying? I just figured it was on some, I don't know how a lot of that type shit, but he and pops was on some whole level of shit that I didn't even know until I got to moving around in the streets and running into certain people going on certain sides of town where pops was getting his money at, but I didn't know he was getting his money over here. But I'm over here getting money now, and people was thinking that my pops sent me over there, but he didn't. I just ended up, being in the streets. I just ended up running through the same spots he was running through, but he wasn't sending me over there. If he had known I was over there, he probably would have blew a gasket or something. You feel me?
No,
But yeah,
let's go a little deeper though. You know what I'm saying? Like I know when we first had to sit down, you talked about you did a little time back in the day. How did
say
that
it again.
experience that you know what I'm saying? You talked about how you've done time before.
Yeah,
We did our last sit down, you know what I mean? How
yeah, I
did that
did.
experience change your okay, go ahead. I was gonna ask you how did that experience change your views on life, yourself and people around you. But go ahead.
It changed my view on the set. It changed my view on that, and I feel like this, bro. We be having them Tulsa, Oklahoma City battles or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But to me, at the end of the day, we all got the same last name, Oklahoma. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so like when I was in the penitentiary, I had a run in with some cats from 6-0 that was from Oklahoma City, and me being from 111 and I'm from Tulsa. You know what I'm saying? We had a meeting, and they was addressing the fact of people from neighborhood kicking it with niggas from Hoover. Now, it was the Oklahoma City guys who was having a problem with this
Mm-hmm.
situation because in Oklahoma City, if you from hood, you from hood. You don't fuck with the Hoovers. The Hoovers don't fuck with you. Y'all sworn enemies. Ain't none of that. You got a few people that connect and fuck with each other, but on the whole overall, all the way around, it's nothing like Tulsa. You know what I'm saying? Like here in Tulsa, the neighborhoods and the Hoovers and the Bloods, whether people want to believe it or not, we all function together. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we got our little skirmishes where shit is bad blood, but that's only be with certain people. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody cool until this nigga come. This nigga come, he ain't got no pass, bro. Y'all got one, but he don't. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that on both sides of all three sides of the fence here. You know what I'm saying? As long as you ain't stepped on nobody's feet, they don't give a fuck about what set you. We don't give a fuck about what set you from. As long as you just a real motherfucker, you a real motherfucker. But in the city, bro, you could be a real motherfucker and still not be able to fuck with another real motherfucker because of the color lines. All this shit is broke down.
Yeah.
But they was tripping off of the homie from the set, kicking it with his people that's from Hoover, but his people that's from Hoover is like his big brother. You feel me? Like this man raised him. You know what I'm saying? So of course they grew up next door to each other. They call each other's mama, and all that good shit. So of course what set they was from didn't matter. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So, but they don't. A lot of people in the city didn't understand how we function like this. So, long story short, I went and gave the little homie a heads up. Like they go probably try to push the line on you about you kicking it with your people. You know what I'm saying? Told them personally, I don't care. I know how we get down. I don't care about none of that, but I'm just letting you know. I don't know if anybody else came and telling you, but I'm gonna come and tell you, you know what I'm saying? Look, they go try to push the line on you about this shit. So I'm thinking he go just keep the knowledge with him, you know what I'm saying? So he can just be prepared, you know what I'm saying? Well, he went back and talked to his partner from Hoover. So his partner from Hoover came and talked to me. And I told him what I told Shorty. Well, I told Shorty, I was like, look, bro, yeah, they got an issue with him hanging with you or whatever. He's like, who got the issue? I said, I can't tell you that. He was like, I said, you know the business, bro. I can tell you this, but I can't tell you that, bro. I ain't gonna get out in deep like that. I was like, but just know that I'm not tripping about it. I really don't care. I know how we function here in the town. I know how we get down. So it's not a big deal to me, but I felt like the little homie needed to know, so I told him. You know what I'm saying? So a couple of days go by, you know what I'm saying? And the cats that had an issue with me they was like keeping the shit under wraps. You feel me? Like they just didn't address me about it. They just keeping it on like some sneaky slime ball shit. You feel me? Like, so we outside talking and shit. I had borrowed a book from one of them niggas, and I was like, hey man, can I get another book from you? Whoop de whoop. And he was like, yeah, whoop de bam. So he never went and got the book though. You feel me? I'm like, damn, it's taking this nigga so long to get the book. You know what I'm saying? And then so they like, hold on. Lil' bro, I'm gonna call you right back. I'm in the middle of the interview. But yeah, they're out dude, I ain't gonna say their names, but these niggas was these two niggas was, just kind of like, I kind of felt like it was something wrong, but I didn't, how something is off, but you don't know what it is, but something is off. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I was feeling. Like I knew something was off, but I didn't know what it was. I didn't know if it was concerning me or if they was like plotting on. I just knew that if something was going on and they was plotting, but I didn't know they was plotting on me. I just knew something was up. You know what I'm saying? So they like, man, we finna have a meeting and we finna have a court session. You got to go to court. So I'm like, what the fuck I gotta go to court for? They like, you let the hoop nigga approach you and call you a bitch. Whoop. I'm like, I ain't know nobody from Hoover calling me no bitch. What the fuck y'all talking about? Shit, we going back and forth. Then it replayed in my head. I'm like, okay. When I told you I talked to old boy, homeboy from Hoover, I talked to him. Me and him had a conversation. We was cool. The next morning, that following morning, my big cousin from Hood, my big cousin is OG from 111, OG Sin. He came to my dorm, you know what I'm saying? Like woke me up out of my sleep, like come outside. I'm like, what's up? He like, come outside. You dressed, come outside. I said, all right, yeah, I got up. That's my cousin and he the big homie. So nigga, I'm finna get up and go see what's up. So I get up, put my clothes on, go outside. The dude from Hoover that I had talked to the day before, he outside. So the nigga like, cuz don't be on no bitch shit. This is what he said. These are his exact words. He said, cuz don't be on no bitch shit. Nigga, you got an issue with me, it can be my bathroom or yours. But nigga, we gotta handle this. So I'm looking at him like, what the fuck is you talking about, my bathroom or yours? Didn't we already talk about this shit yesterday? What is the issue now? What is wrong with, so I'm gonna ask you before, I'm gonna go to the bathroom with you, that's what you wanna do, but I'm finna find out what the fuck is you on first. Like, well, where does shit come from? Because we were just cool just a minute ago. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden it's a problem. So he's me and him, we talking back and forth at each other, but he knows my big cousin Sin. Like how he know the homie Shorty, but my big cousin Sin happened to have raised him. You know what I'm saying? Or however they relationship was, they know each other and they know each other very well. You know what I'm saying? So when he tell cuz go over there, he said, go over there and sit down, let me talk to my little nigga for a minute. So we talking, we going back and forth, we chopping it up. And I was like, no, I said, no, it wasn't like that. You know, my cousin was asking me, did I have an issue with old boy? And I was like, I ain't got no issue with him. I told him I didn't have no issue with him. I told him that before we even started talking about the issue. You know what I'm saying? That I wasn't tripping on it. I was just giving the little homie a heads up. So after that happened, after that was squashed, I didn't handle this business with the big homie. I'm not worried about nothing else about what nobody else got to say because the big homie said I'm in line. So I'm not worried about nothing else. So after that happened, that's when they tried to pull that take me to court shit. When they tried to take me to court, two of the big OG homies from the turf came to the court session like, y'all not taking him to court. And they was like, what? They're like, y'all not taking him to court. Y'all not putting no hands on him or nothing. Anybody who touch him, it's gonna be a whole problem on this yard. You know what I'm saying? And so, I was like, they was like, for real, like that. Whoop, he said, nigga, if y'all touch him, it's gonna be a problem. So the niggas didn't like that shit. So they was mad. So like I'm walking through the hallways and shit, because we had just done. So I'm walking through the hallways and shit, and niggas is looking at me. And I didn't got mad because the niggas try to play me like that. Like try to play me like I was on some bitch shit. So I said, fuck it. I'm not fucking with nobody else in the car. If it ain't my big cousin, I'm just not fucking with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it was some other factors that was in there that I couldn't cut them out, bro. Like, so I had to keep fucking with it. But the stronghold that the set had on me before I went to prison, it didn't have that stronghold on me when I came home and when I left. And it's because of that issue right there. Like, nigga, if your own set will do you in, anybody will do you in. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you from 6090s, 4640s, whatever, 111, whatever, 107, 575, 44 trade, all that, the 23rd, 27, all that. It don't matter, bro. If your own block a turn on you and you know they're turn on you, then and when you have them, they done turned on you, and you ain't gonna love it the same. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened with me. It was easier for me to start taking my grown man steps because uh, I knew that them niggas wasn't on the same thought process as I was on.
Let
You
me
know what I'm
ask you
saying?
this though, because you know what I mean, we already 30 minutes in, and I still got a whole lot more questions. You know what I mean, and I don't want to go too long. You know what I'm saying, but introduce yourself. You know what I'm saying, for the people who don't know who you are. You know what I'm saying, and
Man, I'm Taz. I'm Taz Low Deuce from 111 Neighborhood Crip KOD, also known as Razzmatazz One or Scrooge Greedy. Now, as I done got older, I switched over to Scrooge Greedy. I run Double and Bubble LLC. You can find me on YouTube and all the other platforms where you find out your music. All my music is on there. My podcast, What You Smoking On, is on there on YouTube. Y'all go check that out. Type in Scrooge Greedy Mr. Double and Bubble, and you can find my podcast. It's all about smoking weed and the great things about weed too. And then I got a part of the YouTube What You Smoking On called What You Eating On, and it's showing like where my wife is cooking up food or I'm cooking food or whatever, and it's showing what we eating and type of shit we like to do. We do little mukbangs and shit on the foods and shit like that. So the What You Eating On is the thing with me and my wife, and the What You Smoking On is just like my thing. You know, like I said, I've been smoking weed since I was 7 years old, so I love weed. So I'm all weed. It's gonna be a part of me regardless. But shit.
what's the message or vibe you want? You know what I'm saying, people to take from your podcast or your music.
Well, from my music, you know what I'm saying. I'm basically it's just like the Junior Woodchuck guidebook of hustling. You know what I'm saying? And my podcast I didn't really I really don't have a set message or nothing that I'm trying to deliver on the podcast except to make sure that your weed is good and make sure you're eating good when you're smoking. But it's just for fun, bro. Like I just like talking about weed. I like weed. I I got 11 weed cases and I mean I got 10 weed cases in a gun charge. So all my cases are about weed. I've been a weed man all my life. You know, so
I'm saying you got your music on every platform. Like, walk us through the creative
every
process.
platform.
What's the creative process like?
Mm, like I said, man, me writing music is like taking my next breath, fresh breath. I can be sitting right here right now talking to you and write a whole song just sitting there. It's not really a big process. I smoke some weed and write what comes to mind. I listen to the beat and I say what the beat tell me to say. I
Okay.
don't really have like a special process or nothing that I go through. I just smoke some weed, listen to some beats. Whichever one grab me is that's what I go with. You know what I'm saying? And then I just like I let the beats always talk to me. That's one thing I can't say. Like maybe I was supposed to be a producer, maybe I was supposed to be making beats or something. But the music talks to me and it tells me what to say. I don't go off in there with a I'm finna go off in and rap about this. No, that's not how I do. I go off in there and I listen to the beat. First, I find a beat that I like, and then when I see that I like the beat, I start listening to the beat more intensely, and then because I'm listening to hear what it's saying to me.
Yeah.
So when then I
How do
just
you pick your topics and stories to rap about?
it's what the beat tell me to say. The beat tell me what I'm gonna say. I never know. Every song, if you when you go on there and whenever y'all get a chance and y'all go on there and listen to the music, I didn't plan on writing nothing that I wrote. I didn't plan that. I just went off in there and that beat told me to say exactly what I said. And that's with every song. The beat tells me what to say.
Has your
So
time in the streets or incarceration directly influenced certain songs?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But like I said, it don't. It does. It does. And the reason why it does is because the beat told me to say that.
Yeah, yeah.
You feel me? Like my whole life influences my music. Whatever's going on with me at that time or whatever. A lot of times, the best music that I make though, I can't say this is when I'm in the midst of shit. Like, you know, like I told you, we was living in that hotel room for these past 9 months. You know what I'm saying? You know, I just got this crib and shit. You know what I'm saying? But in the midst of that, my muse left. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't write. I couldn't focus on writing. I just couldn't focus on it. You know what I'm saying? There's too much shit going on. You know, I'm coming up that money every day to make sure we stable and we straight. You know what I'm saying? So that was my big thing. But now that I'm out of there, I didn't wrote like 10 songs. I didn't wrote like 10 songs in like 3 weeks. I didn't wrote 10 songs.
What's the
I just
song
ain't
you
went to the
most proud
studio
of?
though. The one that I got out right now, the one that I said I'm most proud of is Plotting on a Million and Get Low Buckets and Trife Life. I got a song called Trife Life online with me and my little brother. That he just called the phone. My little brother's Rennie, Reality Rennie. He me and him. I'm very proud of that song that me and him did. Trife Life. I
Right, so
like what I said on there.
let's
I,
talk
I, I
outside of
like,
music. If I
huh?
can, my bad for cutting you off. I was gonna say let's talk outside of music for a second. What keeps you what keeps you most grounded and motivated?
My wife and kids.
Straight like that, huh? Just yeah, straight to the point.
hmm
Um,
My wife and kids, and I got grandkids now. Baby, a matter of fact, let me go get my grandson so y'all can see him real quick. Hold on. This is my motivation right here, y'all. Y'all want to know what my motivation is? This is my motivation right here. This is
that's
my
right.
grandson, Ken. Say hi. Say hi. Yeah. This is my motivation right here. And I got another grandson on the way with my oldest daughter. She getting ready to bring me another grandson into the world. So, this is my family, bro. It would keep me motivated, keep me going, keep me pushing. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't have them, I don't think I'd be as motivated as I am. I
That's
wouldn't be
right.
pushing the way I'm pushing if it wasn't for them. So I give all my motivation and all my grit and all my energy and shit that come from them. So
That's a blessing, man. That's a beautiful thing, you know. To see the
yeah,
legacy, you know, coming from where
yeah,
we come from, you know, and to be able to see that generational, you know what I'm saying, passed down.
right,
I mean,
right. Yeah, so that's what keep me pushing. But other than that, man, if I didn't have these people with me, bro, I'll be honest, I'll probably be back in prison because I probably would have been moved. When it's just you, and it's just you by yourself.
mm-hmm.
Only thing you got to worry about is yourself. So if it don't take a lot to keep you happy and to keep you good, you know what I'm saying? You don't really be tripping on certain type of shit that you trip on when you got other people depending on you. You know what I'm saying? I didn't live a life where I wasn't responsible for nobody but myself. And then I got out of prison and then I was responsible for 5 other people. You know what I'm saying? So like that changes your mentality real fast, and especially the man that I wanted to be, and the man that I'm trying to be is a family man. He's gonna be. I want to be a great provider. You know what I'm saying?
Let
I
me
want
ask
them
you
to be,
this. Let me ask you this. How has growing up in Tulsa and OKC shaped your goals today?
oh man, oh man, majorly, majorly because well, Oklahoma City and Tulsa the same, bro. But it has little little differences. But for the most part of it, it's the same, bro. So like when I went to Oklahoma City, it was like I was in Tulsa. When I was in Tulsa, it's like I was in the city. Like the only reason why I could tell the difference is because of the people I was with. But the situations and shit stayed the same. The rules stayed the same. The you know what I'm saying, the main goal stayed the same. So
Mm-hmm.
like, but they both had major influences in my life because of like I said, the different episodes that I went through. Like I got some crazy episodes in Oklahoma City. I got stabbed up and killed in Oklahoma City. I died and came back. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was it's,
So
it's
we got
mess.
we, yeah, we gonna have to talk about that If you want to talk about it, we can talk about it now. We can save it for a part. We can save it for.
It was a home invasion. I was for one, I was living in the part of the hood I wasn't supposed to be living in. For one, you know what I'm saying. I was in the blood area, and I was over there cripping. And then they gave me a pass on that because I was from Tulsa, so they gave me a pass for that. And then they gave me a pass because they was letting me sell dope and sell weed, and they hood, so they gave me a pass on that. But the shit that just hit the ceiling is when I started quoting niggas on the set. When I started putting little niggas on the set and having old little crip niggas start showing up out there, you know what I'm saying? They had to put their foot down, bro. Like they couldn't let me make them look like that. They had to do something, bro. Like, and I'm really, understanding the rules of the game. I'm really ain't really mad at them for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad I made it through it, because I really was kind of like biting the hand that feed me. That's how you want to put it, because they was letting me eat, bro. I was eating real good over there. You know what I'm saying? But I just crossed too many lines, bro. And everybody got to pay the piper eventually. I had to pay the piper. You feel me?
I ain't know that. Yeah.
Huh?
See, I ain't know that.
Yeah.
So what's next for you as far as like music and life? You know what I mean? You got any collaborations and you know what I'm saying, projects
I'm
coming?
getting ready to. Oh yeah, I didn't say nothing about my t-shirts. I got a clothing line called Double and Bubble Clothing, and I'm getting ready. And then the next month or two, I'm getting ready to get the fall and winter gear ready for that. I'm gonna start focusing on the clothes part again, because really I done sold a lot of products in Tulsa. You feel me? I done sold a lot
Yeah,
of shit here. I done sold a lot of shit in Oklahoma City. Nothing has made me the money that the clothes have made me.
yeah,
Them shirts and them hoodies, man, just the shirts, and I ain't even really gotten to the part of making like jogging suits or nothing like that. I just been making shirts and hoodies, bro. And man, I made a lot of motherfuckers. Excuse my language. I made a lot of money, bro. Fucking with them. I'm trying not to cuss. Messing with them clothes, bro.
yeah,
Them clothes is where it's at, bro. When you can go, when this people talking about doubling your money, when you can go take a shirt and spend $6 to $7 on it and get whatever you want put on it, and then turn around and take it and go sell it for $25, $30. What kind of flip is that? That's an
yeah.
amazing flip. You know what I'm saying? From still you paying $6 to make $30, that's a hustler's dream. So when I started seeing that, I knew then I know what I can do. Now I know how to get out the streets. You feel me? Because I really been like communicating with the higher power. Like I'm ready to like start living different. I don't want to keep making this. If you're doing the same thing and expecting different results, then you're insane. And I know I'm not insane because I know better. So I got to be just doing some stupid shit. You feel me? I'm just tired of doing stupidness. So
Now I heard you saying hoodies and jackets. You gonna have anything for the babies?
yeah, yeah, yep. That uh, I'm gonna try my first one. I'm gonna do my first one with like the little one piece things that you snap up at the bottom. I'm gonna start off
Mm-hmm.
with them first for the little kids and shit. I'm gonna start with that first, and then as it grow, I'm gonna grow as it grow. But I'm gonna just go with what I know that's selling right now for me in my area, and what I'm doing. T-shirts and hoodies is the main thing that people ask for from me. So I just give people what they ask for. Like if y'all asking for this, and I got so many requests for it, then that's what I'll do. I do what the people ask. You know what I'm saying? If they want
Mm-hmm.
jogging shoes, then I'm gonna give them jogging shoes. If they want hoodies, I'm gonna give them hoodies. They want hats, they want socks, cups, plates, domino sets, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I even got I need to get in contact with I had this one guy that was helping me make them little weed trays. You get the little weed trays. I had some of them, you know what I'm saying? But me and him not communicating no more. He changed his number, something I don't know. So I gotta find me another dude to do that. But yeah, the merchandising is where it's at, man. At least for me. You know what I'm saying? The merchandising is the business.
Let me ask you this: if you can give one piece of advice to a young people right now, you know what I mean, trying to follow their dreams while navigating through this environment, what would it be?
Stay focused. Don't lose sight of your goal. Don't get sidetracked. Um, Follow your first mind. As what the old folks would tell you, follow your first mind, follow your gut. You know what I'm saying? If your stomach is telling you to do this, do that, and it's very and it's you know when the spirit is talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to that spirit that's telling you to do the sensible thing. And if it's a bunch of people throwing negativity at you, don't listen to it, because that means they jealous of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Don't just stay focused, man. Just keep your eyes on the prize.
I got a
You
couple
know
more
what your goal is. You know what your goal is. You set your goal and you stay focused on your goal. Life is go life. Life gonna do what it do. You know what I'm saying? But you just gotta stay focused. And when you stay focused and stay true, the universe got you.
I got a couple more questions, bro, before we close. But when you look back on your journey, the struggles and the success, what do you want people to know about Taz?
That Taz, one of the realest people you gonna meet. You can always depend on me to be me. I ain't gonna change up for nobody or nothing. I'm gonna stick to my morals. I'm gonna stick to what I know. You know what I'm saying? So the way you meet me is the way I'm gonna be every day you see me. I don't believe in changing up. The only thing I believe in changing is changing for the positive, but still be yourself. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if I got $2 or $2 million in my pocket. The person that you see today is the person you go see tomorrow.
Indeed. My
So
last question I want to ask you, bro, and I want to thank you again as well. But my last question I want to ask you is, how can people reach you? You know what I'm saying, to follow your journey? You know what I mean, to support your channel, support your movement.
just type in Scrooge Greedy -MrDubbleNBubble. When that pop up, you go see some of my shorts and shit like that. Go subscribe to my channel. What you smoking on? And what you smoking? Like I said, the What You Smoking On podcast. I get a little bit more deep into the story sometime when I'm sitting there, because I might be talking to while we smoking this weed together. I might be talking about something that is going on directly right then and there on the spot, and I might be asking for some information or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you get closer to me. That What You Smoking On channel, you'll catch me there a lot more. And they Facebook and Instagram, I got something going on with them. I don't know what's going on with Facebook and Instagram, but they're not allowing me to have Facebook and Instagram pages right now. I don't know why
And they keep
either.
using Facebook. That's crazy. And they keep my partner on Facebook. Yeah, that's They don't
Yeah,
want.
Facebook, stop, boy. You seen it, bro. I done had within the short time me and you been knowing each other, I done had 4 different Facebook pages.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Just because somebody keep somebody's going on Facebook and saying that I'm bullying. I didn't got a block for bullying. I didn't got a block for posting fake information. I didn't got a block for I posted something about what did I do? I posted something about some weed, because, like I said, I was promoting the YouTube channel, so I posted something about the YouTube channel, and I got a block for that. Like, I don't know what's going on. I got a serious hitter or something, but I can't get on Facebook. And now the same stuff that's going on Facebook is going on with me on Instagram. So they took 2 Instagram pages from me. I
Yeah,
don't know.
they won't. They just said I violated some kind of guidelines, but they won't tell me what I did.
Yeah. That's basically what's going on with me with the Instagram. The Facebook told me what they showed me what they was tripping with me on. Well, somebody reported that Instagram is just saying I broke some guidelines, but they're not telling me what